Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Today I'm going to be talking about going through a dark time. Now, if you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all manner of spiritual topics. So today I'm going to talk about going through a dark time. In life, we will go through many dark times, sometimes referred to as dark nights of the soul. We will go through many of these dark times, but these dark times are not going to last forever. They are just what the dark times in life do is they teach us to be resilient, because there'll be times in life where you want to give up, where you don't see a point to your life anymore. You don't see the point in your dreams, your goals. You think your dreams and goals will never happen. You think you'll never manifest your dreams, your goals. You give up on everything and you just feel so down. That could be where you are right now, energetically. That could be where you are. When we fall down, and I've been there, that you could be, there's different levels to this, being in a dark time. Many of us, when we don't love ourselves, many of us, before we got onto a spiritual path, we might have not felt really bad, but we're not confident individuals. We didn't love ourselves. We didn't understand the importance of self-love. We didn't have the spiritual knowledge we have now. That would be my old self, when I was round about 9, 10. I was very interested in spiritual things. I was not a very confident person back then. I didn't love myself. And I didn't understand the importance of self-love. But, there's a lot of evolutions and a lot of changes that I've had to go through. But, round about 9 and 10 in my teenage years was sort of a doorway where I was wakening up and learning this spiritual knowledge, experiencing spiritual things. Because just by being interested in spiritual things, really having an interest, really wanting to know more about it, that can sort of open the doorway to you. And also, I discovered later on in my life that I was an indigo as well, but I'll talk about that later, in later videos. And then you could be in a spiritual path where you're thinking positive, you're focusing on what you're grateful for, but even though you're starting to love yourself, you're in a spiritual path, you can fall from that spiritual platform. It's like a big tower. You can fall, but therefore you need to build yourself back up again. So whenever we fall in life, we'll need to pick ourselves back up again. And also spiritually understand nothing happens because it's coincidences. And this dark time in your life, whatever it may be, when a dark time happens, feel what you feel. Don't judge it. Don't be shameful. So the feelings you've got, whatever they may be, those bad feelings and thoughts, don't judge them. Don't feel bad for having those bad feelings or thoughts. Just look at them with discernment. Why do you feel these bad thoughts? And those thoughts, do take a life of their own, because if you think bad thoughts, you start to feel bad about yourself, about life. So it's taking whatever we feel, be it doubt, worry, fear, it's looking at that, not with judgment, not with blame, just looking at it, reflecting on it, and looking at, why do I feel this way? And once you know why you feel those feelings, those insecurities, you've got the power to change that negative narrative, that negative stories you've told yourself, into something positive. For example, a lot of people, because a lot of us, in this world, myself included, this is something I had to learn. A lot of us, we feel bad with money, but money's a struggle, money's hard, it's not, we'll never have enough money to do to do that. But manifestation, spiritual growth teaches you it's okay to feel that way, to feel bad about money, to feel it's hard to come by. Why do you feel this way? And the chances are it's because of your outer experiences of life, your outer experiences with money. Because of your interactions and experiences with money, also because of those around you, because your childhood, your environment, all of that has such a big effect on you. And it's looking at that without judgment, instead with wisdom and understanding, and changing those negative stories into something positive. And the bad things in life, the dark and difficult times, they don't last forever. We can make it last forever. We can make it last a lot longer than it needs to. So when we're going through a bad time, an illness, we just have to understand this too will pass. And, if we've got a really sore head, we're really not well, that illness will eventually pass. If we nourish ourselves, we get enough rest, recuperation, we relax more. So bad things in life, dark times in life, though they happen for everyone. And all of you that watch me here, you've all been through a dark time, or many dark times, myself included. We've all been through dark times. But those dark times don't last forever. They're just what you're going through right now, and they will pass. Just like the good times in life, they're to be enjoyed, to celebrate, and they too will pass. But Spirit gives us these, our angels, our guides, don't give us anything in life we can't handle. So when we're going through a bad day, a bad week, and then some people might say a bad year, but then that's because when you look at a year, 12 months and a lot of different days, well, 365 days, roundabout, unless it's a leap year, but you take all that into consideration. A lot of people say, oh, last year was horrible, it was dreadful, but you're only focusing on the bad, and if what you focus on grows, and then because you're focusing on only all the bad stuff that happened that particular year, you're only seeing the bad. It's the same with a day. Not every day can be a good day, but there's good in the everyday. But we don't see it because we're only focused on the bad stuff that happened that day, rather than focusing on what do we have to be grateful for. And every day there's something to be grateful for. And the bad times in life, right? So there's times in your life, what the bad and dark times in life teach you to be is resilient, never to give up. When something bad happens, to keep going, to pick yourself back up. What you will get through, whatever this is. Because there's been, each and every one of you watching, myself included, there's been bad times in our life, bad and horrible times in our life we've been through, and we thought we'd never get through it, but maybe friends, family member give us advice and guidance. They give us the tools to get through it, but we did get through it. And whatever bad thing you're going through right now in life, you will get through it. You might just need advice and guidance to get through it, but you will get through it. And that's what the bad times in life, the difficult times, they teach you to be strong, to be resilient. And in life, you've got to go through those dark things to get through it. You've got to go through it to get through it, And it's the same like in therapy and spiritual work. A lot of us, we don't want to confront our shadow self, but we must confront our shadow self. We must look at our fears, our doubts, our worries, not with judgment, no shame, no blame. We've got to look at that. But again, it's looking at it from a place of love, wisdom and understanding. And then the mind is all, your mind is so powerful, and it is a door and a key at the same time, and the actions we take from the mental space, bring our reality. Because if we tell ourselves a negative story about money, and then, or about life, we tell ourselves a negative story, but I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, this, that, and we focus on that enough, we're going to find so many reasons to believe that bad story. But if we look at the story with discernment, why are we thinking that? Why do we feel this way? And also when we go through dark times, this is just a great time to pray and meditate. Now, our angels and guides are with us through every step of life. They're with us for the good times and the bad, always giving us knowledge and wisdom. But also, our tool to connect with God, the universe, lies deep inside our heart and deep inside of us, and that's our intuition. So your intuition, that deep feeling you get in your heart, your gut, your bones, will tell you if something's the right decision, if it's the wrong decision. Also, not only that, your intuition is like sort of the voice of God, if you like, or the voice of the universe deep inside of you. Because sometimes in life, someone may be so nice to you, so kind, generous, but your gut says you don't like that person. And later on, you may discover why you don't like that person, because your body's telling you there's something wrong with that person, and your gut tells you. So the difficult times, your inner voice, your intuition, helps you navigate through difficult times. And it is horrible to be ill, or to be betrayed by family members, to be betrayed by people you thought were your friends, to be betrayed by your own partner. All of that is horrible. But it teaches you lessons, and that's what good and bad times in life are there to teach you lessons. And I suppose it's heartbreaking, like if it's a relationship you're going through and you were with someone and you thought that person was somebody you're going to settle down with and be for life, but they've cheated on you, they've betrayed you. That is heartbreaking, that is a very dark time. But that's just what that experience teaches you, is that person was not who you thought they were, and they're not as generous or as compassionate, and they weren't what you thought they were. That's what that experience teaches you. If it comes to family members, it's horrible, because if you've got a sister, brother, but you love to bits, you thought you had this closeness, this deep, compassionate, loving relationship with them, but it turns out, but for you, blood's not thicker than water. That's, unfortunately, that's what that experience teaches you. But, what every relationship is different, and every relationship is different. And whatever you're going through, you will get through it. And another thing what I've been through, which will happen to you in life as well, but for me it was actually physically falling. So I love taking walks down Dale Estate. I love walking down there. That's what I love to do. But one time it was like round about maybe November or December. It was really windy, cold. It was icy. So I went down Dale Estate walking to enjoy the nature, and I fell on my backside and I got a really sore one. But there were two people that were on a similar journey to me who were also enjoying the outdoors, and they gave me a help up, and I got, thank the universe, I did get back home safely. But then I fell again outside the church, and the lesson to me there was, and of course it was nothing happens by coincidence, because I always remember that experience where I did fall horribly. And sometimes in life you will fall in a really dark and terrible space. You will fall. But sometimes you need friends. You need friends, genuine friends or family. There are genuine, caring people in this world who will support you and lift you back up. They will give you the tools to lift yourself back up. And they will help you. And to be helped means, sometimes it means someone doing something for you, but more often than not it means someone giving you the tools to help yourself. Other times in life, You will fall. You will fall. You may feel so alone in the world. And you're never truly alone because your angels and guides are there. There are people in life who genuinely care about you and support you. Or there's friends that do care, you just haven't made them yet. But there's times in life where you feel so alone, so isolated. But you've got to stand up for yourself. You've got to pick yourself back up. You've got to be strong and resilient and get back up on your feet. And that's what, when I fell down in Dale Estate and then coming out of the woods, Dale Estate, and then falling outside the church, I had to pick myself back up. So in life, when you go through a dark time in life, there will be people there to give you the tools, but you're always helping yourself. You're always picking yourself back up. It's great to be given a helping hand. It's great for people to give you good advice, tools, what are beneficial. But ultimately remember, your inner warrior is in deep inside you and you're always picking yourself back up. Always. And it's great, but there are kind and compassionate people in the world who will help you and give you the tools. But a big part of self-love is picking yourself back up. And that's what we have to do. And it's horrible. I've been through dark things in my own life. But you just have to remember, the dark time in your life is not going to last forever. And many of us, we also make a dark experience last longer because we're settling for something what we're afraid to change it. So and I'm just going to give some scenarios on that. So maybe we're in a relationship with someone, we've married someone out of fear. So I remember a good friend of mine, they married someone out of fear because their father approved of the marriage and their father expected them to marry this person. And this person did marry this person out of fear. They did. Out of fear. Nothing good comes from fear. So they married this person out of fear. It was a horrible and dreadful marriage and a loveless marriage because I think this person loved her, but she didn't love, this person did not love their husband back. They only married them out of fear. And even though he was a nice guy, it just wasn't right for her. And she was afraid to end that marriage. So she stayed in that situation a lot longer than she needed to. But eventually she done the right thing and she ended that fear. She ended that marriage, which was the right thing to do. And many of us we got this emptiness inside, this deep emptiness, this deep void, this deep darkness inside. And I've spoke about that before. And some of us, the reason why our dark situations are going to go longer is because we're not filling that emptiness, that situation with the right things. Many people are going through bad things, but they fill it with material things. They fill it with shiny objects, what are nice because you enjoy them and they bring you comfort, they've got a memory attached to them, but they're not going to help you. People choose to try and fill that void with food. Other people, they try and fill it with alcohol, with drugs, but that's not going to make that dark experience any lesser. In fact, it's going to make more bad days, more bad experiences. So again, as I've said, a bad experience in your life will not last forever. A dark time in your life is not going to last forever. But you can make it last longer by trying to fill that emptiness with things that are not going to fill it. And the real key to filling that, there's two keys really that are going to open your heart and heal the darkness in your life. Number one is self-love, which is a constant, ever-growing journey. Number two would be spiritual growth, spiritual awakening, spiritual growth. Understand what they are. Angels and guides, they are a higher being. Whatever a spiritual awakening is for you, whatever that looks like. But waking up spiritually and realising that there's more to this world than meets the eye. And there's so many different levels to spiritual awakening as well. And good or bad, It's not going to last forever. It too will pass. It's just the current experience. And when you go through a dark time in life, look at it with discernment. Do journaling, meditation, prayer, reflection to find the light, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Because when you, and I'll talk about that as well, how a tunnel is a liminal space and the liminal. But in April, so Goddess Hecate, this is quite a long video, but Goddess Hecate has encouraged me to take a break from YouTube and to do more videos in April 13th. So in April 13th, I'll be doing a lot of different videos in April 13th. And I can hear Hecate in my mind to say take a break from doing YouTube and return in April, because April's going to be a month of blessings and good luck for me. I do feel that and Hecate's energies. So I'll be doing a lot more videos on, I'll be starting posting videos again on April 13th. So I hope this video helps. I hope it gives you wisdom, knowledge, and I hope it helps you going through a dark time. And if you think this video could help a friend going through a dark time, please send it to a friend. Share this video with a friend if you think this video helps someone going through a dark time. Because my message is, dark times in life, they happen. They make us resilient. They make us strong. And you've got to go through it to get through it. And whatever you're going through, it's not the bad time. It's not going to last forever. Just like the good don't last forever either. You've got to take the good with the bad in life. That's, it's a balance of two, and learning from the light and the dark. However, until next time, have a wonderful and amazing day. May meet, may part again, blessed be.